बाय मोहित कश्यप। तो आइए शुरू करते हैं आज का टॉपिक। इंट्रोडक्शन। द soil serve not only as a medium for plant growth and for microbiological activity, but also as a sink and recycling factory for numerous waste products which might otherwise accumulate to poison our environment. Moreover, the soil support our building and provide material for the construction of earthen structures such as dams and road beds, etc. What are the functions of soil? It provides place and encourage for plant growth and development. It serves as a medium of air and water circulation. It acts as a reservoir for water and nutrients. It provides space and food for beneficial microorganisms. Soil is also used as a natural medium. What do you mean by natural medium? Natural medium का मतलब ये होता है कि soil act करेगी as for the growth of plant and it cannot be synthesized artificially. Now what do you mean by soil science? अब different scientists ने क्या किया, different definitions दी हैं soil के बारे में. Soil science is the science dealing with soil as a natural resource on the surface of earth, including pedology. Pedology means soil genesis, classification and mapping, physical, chemical, biological and fertility properties of soil and these properties in relation to their management for crop production. इतना समझ में आया? Okay. अब what are the scope of soil science? Soil geology, soil chemistry, soil physics, soil biology. तो आइए देखते हैं कि soil geology का मतलब क्या होता है. Soil geology is the study of geological material from which soil is derived and its process of formation. Now soil chemistry, chemistry मतलब chemical components of soil, their interaction with one another. Soil physics, study the effect of physical laws on the evolution of chemical and physical properties of soil. Now soil biology, study the effects of plant, animals and soil microorganisms on the evolution of soil. Now what are the branches of soil? There are two main branches of soil science like pedology and edaphology. Pedology means deals with the soil formation, soil genesis, soil classification and description of soil properties. Edaphology, study of soil in relation to growth, nutrition and yield of crop or plants. Now subject studied in soil science like soil genesis, soil origin means genesis मतलब the origin of soil, soil physics, soil mineralogy, soil chemistry, soil morphology, soil microbiology, soil taxonomy, soil fertility, soil survey and classification, soil pollution, soil conservation, etc. Soil science has 6 well-defined and developed disciplines. Soil fertility. What do you mean by fertility? The fertile capacity of the soil. तो soil fertility का मतलब हुआ कि nutrient supplying properties of soil. Soil chemistry, chemical constituent, chemical properties and the chemical reaction. Now what do you mean by soil physics? Involve the study of physical properties. Soil microbiology, deal with microorganism, its population, classification, its role in transformation. Now soil conservation, dealing with protection of soil against physical loss by erosion or against chemical deterioration. Soil pedology, dealing with genesis in soil origin, survey and classification. Now there are different approaches of soil study. There are mainly two concepts. One treats soil as a natural body, weathered and synthesized product in nature, while other treats soil as a medium for plant growth. Up on pedological approach, the origin of soil, its classification, description are examined in pedology from Greek word pedon. Pedon का मतलब हुआ soil or earth. Pedology is the study of soil as a natural body and does not focus on the soil, its immediate practical use. A pedologist studies, examines and classifies soil as they occur in their natural environment. Edaphological approach, edaphology जो है from Greek words edaphos से आई जिसका मतलब होता है soil or ground. In the study of soil from the standpoint of higher plants, edaphologists consider the various properties of soil in relation to plant production. They are practical and have the production of food and fiber as their ultimate goal. They must determine the reasons for variation in the productivity of soil and find means for improvement. Now, difference between pedology versus edaphology. Pedology word came from the Greek word pedon, which means soil or earth. Edaphology came from the Greek word. देखिए दोनों word Greek से आए हैं. Edaphos means soil or ground. Pedology deals with the soil formation, soil genesis, soil classification, and description of soil properties. Now, edaphology deal with soil in relation to growth, nutrition, and yield of crops or plants. Pedology considers the soil as a natural body, a biochemically weathered and synthesized product of nature and places minor emphasis on its immediate practical utilization. While erephology considers the various properties of soil as they relate to plant production. Soil is considered as a natural habitat for plant and other organism. तो ये difference हुआ pedology versus edaphology में. Now different point of view के according soil की क्या क्या perspective होता है. Like on pedological point of view, soil is a weathered product of rock and mineral. मतलब rock and mineral में क्या होगा, weathering होगी, whether it is a physical, chemical and biological. So it creates soil. Now on edaphological point of view or agriculture point of view, soil is a natural medium for plant growth. On composition point of view, soil is a three-phase system consisting of solid, liquid and gases. Now on engineering point of view, soil is a foundation material for building and roads. On general point of view, soil is a loose surface of earth. Now different about origin of earth. Chamberlain-Moulton planetesimal hypothesis. थॉमस कैम्बरलिन एंड फॉरेस्ट मोल्टन ने इन 1905 में एक origin of अर्थ के बारे में बताया कि according to this, when a big star came closer to sun and created certain gravitational pull which teared away the outer matter. teared away उसको फाड़ के रख दिया. अब the teared matter वो condense हुआ and started to move around the sun in orbit. अब वो जो teared matter था वो sun के चारों तरफ मूव करने लग गया around. These are called planetary nucleoids. Now अब आया nebular hypothesis. नेबुलर के अकॉर्डिंग ये था कि होल सोलर सिस्टम एट वन टाइम वाज अ क्लाउडी मीन्स नेबुला मास ऑफ मैटर इन द फॉर्म ऑफ वेपर और गैस. इट वाज इंटेंसली हॉट एंड इनकैंडेसेंट. इट वाज इन परपेचुअल मोशन. ऑन लैप्स ऑफ टाइम नेबुला बिगन टू कूल एंड द वेपर इन द आउटर लेयर कंडेंस्ड एंड वेयर थ्रोन आउट इन द फॉर्म ऑफ रिंग. और फिर वो रिंग के उसमें थ्रोन आउट कर दिया गया. फर्दर कंडेंसेशन जो डिस्रप्शन हुई लीड टू फॉर्मेशन ऑफ प्लैनेट. उस कंडेंशन और डिसरप्शन से फॉर्मेशन हुई प्लैनेट की. अब जो सेंट्रल मास है विच इज स्टिल इनकैंडेसेंट एंड नॉट येट कंडेंस्ड इज सन. नाउ टेक्टोनिक प्लेट थ्योरी, मतलब प्लेट्स के बारे में. टेक्टोनिक प्लेट जो है ये लेयर ऑफ रॉक है इनसाइड द अर्थ, द क्रस्ट एंड अपर मेंटल फ्रॉम लिथोस्फेयर. अंडर द लिथोस्फेयर लाई अ फ्लूइड रॉक लेयर कॉल्ड asthenosphere. The rock in tectonic plates are able to float upon the asthenosphere. These are 7 large and several small plates. The large plates include like Pacific, North American, Eurasian, Antarctic and African plates. Now continental drift theory. The huge land masses of the earth are in constant movement. The continent and the ocean rest upon rock plates. They move relate to each other at rates of centimeter like until 200 million ago. The continents were connected into one single land called Pangea. The Pangea had a split and pieces drifted apart creating 2 new continents 160 million ago. अब जो land mass है that was to become India separated and moved northward 140 million years ago and hit another landmass leading to eruption of the Himalayas. Australia separated from Antarctica 100 million years ago. The 2 supercontinents then pulled apart east and west opening the Atlantic Oceans. Now major components of Earth system. The Earth system is all parts of planet and their interaction like inner core, outer core, deep mantle, asthenosphere, lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere. जैसे कि आप देख रहे हैं ये हमारा अर्थ क्रस्ट है. इसमें द फर्स्ट वन इज क्रस्ट, देन सेकंड इज मेंटल, द लिक्विड आयरन कोर एंड सॉलिड आयरन इनर कोर. अब क्रस्ट जो रेंज होगी 0 to 40 किलोमीटर, मेंटल रेंज फ्रॉम 40 to 2891 किलोमीटर, लिक्विड आयरन आउटर कोर जो होगा 2891 to 5150 किलोमीटर एंड जो सॉलिड आयरन इनर कोर है उसकी रेंज होगी 5150 to 6370 किलोमीटर. अब देखिए कि हाइड्रोस्फीयर जो है वो 10 किलोमीटर डीप होगा एंड कवर 70% ऑफ अर्थ स्फीयर. सिर्फ 70% अर्थ सरफेस को कौन कवर कर रहा है? हाइड्रोस्फीयर, जो कि कितनी रेंज में होगा? 10 किलोमीटर की रेंज में. अब कंपोजिशन ऑफ अर्थ क्रस्ट आपको ये पूरा पढ़ने की जरूरत नहीं है. आप इसमें ये देख लीजिए मेन वेट परसेंटेज कितनी है अर्थ क्रस्ट में. लाइक ऑक्सीजन की सबसे ज़्यादा एलिमेंट है 46.4%, सिलिकॉन 28.2%, ठीक है. और फिर आपका एल्यूमिनियम 8.1, आयरन 5.4, कैल्शियम, सोडियम. पर्सपेक्टिव में सभी की कॉमन चार्ज फॉर्म कौन कौन सी होती है, उनका वेट परसेंटेज इन अर्थ क्रस्ट में आपको दिया हुआ है. और रिजल्टिंग क्या क्या मिनरल ग्रुप है लाइक ऑक्सीजन ऑक्साइड फॉर्मेशन, सिलिकॉन का सिलिकेट्स, लाइक फॉस्फेट फॉर फॉस्फोरस, हैलाइड फॉर फ्लोरोलाइट्स एटसेट्रा. अब गोल्ड, सिल्वर एंड निकल, कॉपर एंड जिंक आर ऑफ रेयर अकरेंस. Now, chemical analysis. 8 एलिमेंट्स मेकअप, सिर्फ 8 एलिमेंट ऐसे हैं जो कि 98.6% ऑफ द क्रस्ट की फॉर्मेशन करते हैं. द 8 एलिमेंट मेकअप द सॉलिड मटेरियल ऑफ अर्थ क्रस्ट एंड आर नोन एज रॉक एंड mineral. What do you mean by mineral? Is solid inorganic material of the earth that has both a known chemical composition and a crystalline structure that is unique to that mineral. A rock is a solid aggregate of one or more mineral that have been cohesively brought together by a rock forming process. यानी कि rock जो है वो एग्रीगेशन है one or more mineral का, जो कि cohesively brought होंगे together और फिर एक rock forming process करेंगे. Now, composition of atmosphere, like nitrogen percentage is 78.084%, oxygen is 20.946%, CO2 is 0.033%, argon is 0.93%.